What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're here on the Shattered Veil, and we're jumping into the starting room challenge once again. This time we are here on a different map, of course, and I'm going to be doing it similar to how I did on the last video with Liberty Falls. I'll do it in a guide-like fashion, just kind of sharing with you my strategy along the way and how I plan on actually making it through this in hopes of giving you guys a better experience, better chances of survival, and hopefully encouraging you to go out there and try this, although the rewards aren't all that great. So you guys did really seem to enjoy the last one. So let me know down in the comment section below how much this one helped you if you guys do end up trying it for yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Rampage Inducer here. Now, what weapon you start with, I think, is 100% up to you. Do whatever makes you comfortable. And you could realistically do this without any gobblegums. It's obviously going to increase the challenge for the sake of me wanting to present this in a way that is helping players do this in a simple fashion. I would say I'm going to obviously use a few gums. I think for me personally, I don't use gums for much. Most of the time, the most appealing ones obviously are the ultras, which you do get as rewards for completing these. I think you might have a lot of these that you're sitting on and you can actually utilize. So I think it is kind of reasonable to want to use some gums throughout this journey just to take advantage of something that you've earned along the way. And it kind of just depends on how much you play the game regularly and use the gums too. But the good news with this challenge is I think that it actually encourages people to try something they normally wouldn't do. I do a lot of self-inflicted challenges. I've already attempted this challenge specifically, obviously without the help of the free perks that are going to be dropping and without using the box or anything like that. I didn't do any gums of that nature. But because we have the box permanently available to us, because we're going to get these free perks, we're going to make the best use of these things as we can. And I honestly think this is going to be the most difficult map of the entire group of them. Liberty Falls is pretty tough. I know there is a strategy people are using with the jet gun, but you obviously still have to get the jet gun and everything that's included in getting to that point anyway. And obviously you still have the traps, but with some of the other maps, I just feel like it generally ends up being a little bit easier. I've already done Citadel, technically, without the help of the perk situation. Just surviving long enough to make it to the 25 to get the perks to then keep going. So kind of already know what I'm getting myself into there. Terminus is probably the map I'm going to end up doing next. Wow, it's nice to actually have Deadshot. We got a perk that is beneficial to us. I also do have another perk I'm going to pop here. But I do think we're going to probably do Tomb last. Citadel will be second to last just because I feel like you guys are going to struggle the least with those. But I think a lot of you actually found the Liberty one very helpful. And I got to give a shout out to those of you in the comments that let me know about the crate power thing. I was under the impression you had to pop the crate power and then you hit the box and whatever weapon showed up you wanted to grab. Otherwise, you just lost it in general. But that is definitely not the case, and that is more of my inexperience with the gum than anything else. But I appreciate you guys letting me know that you can not only pop it, hit the box multiple times until you get exactly what you want. You can also just keep hitting the box and then pop it when you want to grab the weapon that you want, and it works that way too. So that's pretty cool. We'll probably be utilizing that in this run specifically. We also do have the lovely GS45s on the wall. I definitely recommend making sure you have your zombie builds equipped. That way, if you get a weapon, either the GS45s at some point or something else throughout the box, at least it'll have the attachments that you want on it. That way, even if you don't get, you know, the best case scenario with your rarity, I guess, over time, you might still end up with a weapon that you can find success with. Because I feel like at some point, even if you're hitting it a bunch, you might get really bad RNG and feel like you actually need to just grab whatever gun, right? I don't know. I don't know how long you can feel comfortable hitting the box continuously before you feel like you should just grab the gun. Maybe you just restart the challenge at that point, right? I'm more than likely just going to keep hitting it in hopes of a really solid weapon. The reality is, though, too, waiting longer will give me a higher chance of getting a better rarity, so I'm going to try my best here to just kind of withstand as many rounds as possible with this plain old AMAX. All right, let's actually call our perks or on the house on in. Let's call it in. There we go. Got that. It gave me PhD. There's no way. It's actually the most important perk of the entire journey. It's the most important perk, especially if you're running the Rampage Inducer. But the ability to slide and push the zombies out of the way regardless is so big. I am going to hit that nuke, but if it's possible to flip the round ahead of time, I might want to do that. All right, we're doing pretty good with this Deadshot thing. I forgot I can spam it too. I don't know that people enjoy it that much when I spam it, but we can make that happen. Oh, insta-kill. I guess I'll just hit the nuke. Oh, we're not going to hit it. Never mind. Forget the nuke. Our insta-kill is great. We're going to try to get through this round as fast as possible. Yeah, I feel like the big hurdle with this run is the Disciple. This Disciple is just a big pain to work with. But honestly, I've never given a run like this my full attempt without, like, doing some sort of limitation. So in previous iterations of this, had this not been in a limited time mode, I wouldn't even use score streaks that dropped or anything like that. So the fact that we're not only getting perks throughout this, but a chance of score streaks dropping and then being able to utilize those could be very beneficial to this run, making it a lot easier. Now, I'm probably at some point soon going to shut off this Rampage Inducer. You do not have to run that at any point if you don't want to. I just like to do it to get through the earlier rounds. And I might actually run it a little longer, just depending on my weapon. Just because it allows us to, like I said, get through them faster. I do have PhD, so I can kind of slip through the cracks. And in a lot of cases, you can take more advantage of your power-ups. So if I get an insta-kill, likely I can not only get through this round right now, I could get through some of the next round as well, which I kind of like. You can also flip rounds, save your nukes, and use them on the next rounds as well, which is kind of one of my favorite things. Look at that. Speak of the devil. It did exactly what I was just talking about. Now we can go ahead and hit the nuke on this round. I will go ahead and hit the box. Let's see if it gives us something good. If it gives us epic or higher, we can grab it. Because we just need something alongside what we're already using. That is not what we want. Yeah, basically for this run, I'm going to utilize the same things I did with Liberty Falls. We used the On the House for one free perk, which gave us PhD. We have a crate power and a wall power. We're going to use the wall power for the GS45 down the line. What is this? This is the Strider. I don't know about that. I don't want a pistol because I don't want to have to keep firing it, but the fact that it's legendary almost made me second guess it. All right, I went ahead and grabbed the rare Siren. I feel like this will at least get us a little way through the journey here. Oh, it didn't pop. Never mind. Oh my god, I killed my zombie. I thought my crate power worked and it didn't. All right, what are we gonna get? Maybe I'll get a better weapon now? That I'm definitely using. Hurry. Hurry, crate power worked. Okay, I think we're good. Yes, we're good. Okay. That time it worked. It blessed me with an even better weapon. We ended up with the ASG. This is like best case scenario in my opinion. Like, this is going to make things so much easier. I had to hit the box like 15 times. It gave me the TR2 3 times. The TR2 does have the full auto attachment, but let me tell you right now, pack a punch, it goes right back to burst. So no way you're convincing me to try that one out for this run. But I do feel good about the fact that we got the ASG, rare rarity. Most of the weapons that popped up were uncommon, which is unfortunate, but kind of to be expected, to be fair. Now we can kind of try to cruise here. I don't need the Rampage Inducer on. I probably should think about turning it off somewhat soon. I don't need to put myself at more danger, or in more danger in general, because going down would be pretty bad. We'd lose our perks, right? So gotta be careful here. But I also want to be able to get through the rounds faster, especially off the rip, so we can get to the higher ones. What do we got? That's bonus points. I'm going to grab the insta-kill. And then we should be able to flip rounds. Yeah, very soon here, I'm going to go ahead and shut the Rampage Inducer off. But for now, we're sitting on our shrouds, so we should be fine. Something I might consider swapping to throughout this run, though, could be the energy turrets. I've never tried the energy turrets against the Disciple, but if it's something that can actually work, I feel like we might want to use that, because the Disciple is easily going to be the biggest problem we're going to face throughout this run. And unfortunately, we're going to have to face them quite a few times. There's even a point where we should even have to face multiple. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. At least our weapon feels pretty strong. I mean, if we get double tap, we'll really be in a good spot. Yeah, the main reason I want to run Shroud for this is because for me, a lot of the time, I just hold on to them until I actually get stuck and need it. But a lot of the time, you hope that that never ends up being the case, and then you don't use it at all. But realistically, that's what my mindset is for just running Shroud in general. I run Frenzied Guard. It's probably my favorite, but I haven't used that in quite a bit just because I've been using the Shroud for a lot of things, getting unstuck, you know, buying stuff in between rounds, especially with the Rampage Inducer on, hitting the Wonder Fizz. It just makes all that stuff that much easier. All right, this is our round. I'm gonna probably shut this. I'm gonna shut this off for now until we get more perks or until we see how this goes, because I want to actually try to eliminate this dumb thing. All right, let's go ahead and throw this here. Throw the decoy there. Should get all of our zombies out of my way. That's the one thing they need to do. And then go like this. All right, there we go. We do have pack 1, so it's possible I can just do it the old-fashioned way, but not sure. See if this guy will move toward me. Nope, he's way over there. He's not even in it. This is why I don't like the Disciple sometimes. All right, there we go, there we go. Right on the outside again. This guy's actually a punk. We need you to go down, man. Oh, there's an insta-kill over there. What am I talking about? All right, he took some damage from the old PhD, but I don't know how much it was. All right, we're going to get him out as quickly as possible. He dropped me a freaking chopper? Hell yeah. All right, next round we get a Disciple. We're using a freaking chopper. In a lot of ways, the amount of success you're going to find in this mode can kind of be boiled down to what perks you get through your random perks. Like if you get Melee Macchiato and then Death Perception, I mean, you might be in shambles for quite a bit if you only have 2 perks. If you use the free perk Gobblegum like I did on the house, it'd be in a good spot though. It may at least gives you an extra opportunity at something. Realistically, you want Jug, you want Quick Revive, you want PhD, you want Double Tap. I'd say any of those would be like top tier. Speed Coal is really nice to have as well. You can play it a little bit faster. You can swap to your other weapons a little bit faster. And in a mode like this, you're likely going to be using multiple weapons, so that can be nice. All right, let's see what round 18 has in store for us. I do feel like we got incredibly lucky, though. Not only did we get Quick Revive, which is going to help us out a lot, we ended up with the ASG, one of the best weapons we could have got for being in a non-double tap scenario. You know what I mean? Pack 1 blue. Like, for a Pack 1 blue weapon, I think I would choose this probably over most weapons, if not all of them. Oh, we got our Disciple again. I'm going to try this real quick. Let me get over here. Turn that on. Try to go around this. I know I could stand for somewhat safety. Let's see if it works out. All right, we're over here. These guys should all start getting cooked. This guy should stand in it. I don't know if he's standing in it, but we're going to try to take him out of it. Nope, he's not quite in it. I think he's just doing this on purpose. Yes, stand in it. There you go, sir. We'll get you out of here. Yeah, you're getting busted up now. Hey, stay away from me, vermin. And it should die. Wait, he's not in it? Why is he not taking damage from the trap right there? Maybe because he went higher up in the air? Doesn't matter. It's gone now. We survived it. All right, our trap's back in action if we want to use it. I mean, we are doing just fine right now with this weapon. We'll be able to do pretty good with this weapon for a while, only because of the... Oh, no, shot. Well, that's going to help a bit. Too bad I don't have the perk that I would like to have on. I guess if I hit the same target twice, it'll still do more damage, right? Doesn't have to be a crit. Yeah, we're doing fine. We just aim at the head, we will cook. Double tap this early on. Yeah, this weapon's going to be one of the better ones to have to take the distance at Pack 1, that's for sure. Eventually, we'll grab these guys off the wall, but we're going to wait till those go legendary. Little investment, right? 3 Gobblegums that I had 50 plus of anyway to kind of have some fun within these starting room modes. I think that's fair. I think for a lot of you, that'll be fair too. I don't think a lot of you will be upset to use some Gobblegums, but I don't recommend using Ultra Gobblegums through this because that kind of defeats the purpose. Unless you just want to, like say you have an abundance of Ultras, you're not really worried about the rewards, you're just here to have a good time. Freaking jump in, use Perkaholic, use Wonder Bar. Just do whatever it takes to survive. Try to go as far as you can. I'm down with it. I like the idea of that. I encourage you guys to jump into these modes, have fun. Go check out some of my older videos, especially if you're newer to the channel. See what some of the challenges are that I've been doing. Oh, I gotta have to pop this. I didn't mean to get stuck there. I almost got stuck there. I did not assume they were spawning behind me. That was on me, 100% on me. I'm gonna try to utilize this insta-kill. Yeah, don't do that. That's why I have shrouds, in case I do something silly while I'm locked in on commentary. All right, we can try it. Why did that do so much damage? There we go. And we have a nuke for the next round, maybe. Oh, it's not going to work, actually. We don't have Rampage on. But yeah, I've done a wide variety of different challenges on the channel. I think a lot of you guys would have fun attempting them. Some of them are more, I guess, painful than others. Some of them I don't know that everyone will enjoy, but I think a vast majority of them you guys could have a good time with. And then if you guys do some of those challenges, always come to the comment section of the most recent one. Let me know what you tried. Let me know if you had a good time. And let me know how long you survived, right? The real good news about this play space that you have to work with here is that it's actually pretty big, as long as you don't get yourself caught in that corner. You kind of have to pull them all to one side and then go to the other side of them. You can do a big old loop and then come back around. Let's get a free perk. It's not the perk I wanted, but that's okay. So like I said, if you're pulling them over here, pull them all to the right or the left. That way you have some freedom. Sometimes it doesn't work. And there's way too many of them right there. But I kind of came from the wrong side going for the free perk. But you just pull as many of your zombies far. That way you can go around them anytime you can. Basically is what I'm getting at. Doesn't always work the way you want it to, but like for example here, if there was a vast majority of the zombies spawning, I would just stand closer to this wall. It would pull most of them to this side, and then it should give me an opening on this side. All right, we got our toxic zombies. We'll see if we can show you exactly what I'm talking about here with these guys. So I'm standing on the left side here. These guys are all spawning on this side on the left. It gives me a wide open space on this side, or at least as close to wide open as I'm going to get in this current scenario, right? And we'll come this way. We'll stay on the left side of this area. Why did I take so much damage right there? What the hell? I was not within range of any of those explosions. I have to be a little bit careful here. It's because I don't have Jug. We're just taking a massive amount of damage. Stay away, and then we can get our freaking max ammo. Let's go! Now, during these rounds, the one thing you're going to want to look out for, where is it? I know it's here. I heard it spawn, is the parasite. Oh, here we go. I'm going to pull, like I said, all left, all left. I'm going to try to get... Oh, wrong gun. Okay, slide through. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage for what it is. All right. Oh, should be able to make my way around here. What is that? Oh, it's just our guy respawning already. All right, we're going to use this. We're going to go through here. We're going to slide all the way to this side. Yeah, you want to get your parasite out fast, or fast enough that it doesn't transform into a doppel. If you can. Not always the case. All right, where's our guy at? He should be... Oh, he's over there. He is taking some damage, not a ton. I can't tell if it's us doing that damage or it's the trap. But I feel like it's the trap. All right, get this guy out of here. Come on. He's almost gone. There we go. Disciple down. Another thing you can always do, right, keep in mind, is you can try to save like a singular zombie. Like in this case, I can save these two zombies, and maybe I will, for the reset of the trap. Like if the trap resets, you're going to be in a really good spot. That's something that I think a lot of people fail to utilize as a strat, just because it's going to end up taking more time. But I'll even do it here. Okay, my trap just officially reset, so now I can eliminate my last two zombies, and now I'm prepared for worst case scenario, which would rely on me hitting the trap, right? You could hit this every single round if you want. It might even make the rounds go quite a bit faster. Let's even try it out for this next round here. Let's group up as much of the zombies as we can, get them spawned in, and then we'll just hit the trap and see what happens. So we're utilizing that same strat. Stay left, stay left, stay left. Won't get all of them that way, but it'll get as many as you can possibly hope for. That way you get some freedom, right? Same thing, stay left, stay left. Watch out for the guy spawning. If you do have PhD, then you can obviously work around it. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and hit the trap. Trap costs 1,000. We have 52K, so we're more than in a good spot to handle it. And we can just stand right here. Let's see how long it takes. Will the zombies actually make it through, or will we be fine? I think we might be able to just stand here. And that'll make life real simple. Real freaking simple. Yeah, we're in a good spot. Well, if this is going to work this way, this might not end up being the hardest map. I still think Liberty would have ended up being harder. Because the abominations and the manglers are a lot bigger obstacle as long as the disciple does not, continue to survive. Well, it didn't kill everyone, but it killed all but one, which is actually fantastic for us wanting to wait again to let the trap reset. And there it is. The beautiful sound of the reset of the trap. Then we can eliminate our zombie. One shot does 50% of its health, basically. Yep. Barely needs 3 shots. That's actually kind of insane. Now, I think you could probably pull this off with the Rampage Inducer on, but I don't know if you would want to. I almost got stuck there trying to get greedy on the parasites. Don't get greedy. Do not get greedy. It is not worth. All right, I want to make sure I'm in a somewhat decent spot here when this ends. This is going to be sketchy. The zombies are here. Just trying to do the same thing I did last round, build up as many of them as possible. I'm going to go this way, wrap back around. I mean, that's really the trick. If you ever want to know the trick to just training zombies, it's just kind of pulling them in the places you want them to be. That's all it really comes down to. Here we go. We're standing in the spot again. Don't want to spend stand too far left or right because the zombies can squeeze their way around it. But this should work out pretty well. One of them ended up dropping a Casimir last round. I picked it up. If we end up with Vulture Aid, I feel like it's a GG. Like, Casimir's dropping in any consistent rate enough that we can throw them at even 1 per round would be insane. Is that the entire round? I think the round is flipped. Didn't give me a zombie, though, so that's going to make things kind of interesting. I heard a power-up. I got really excited, but I'm pretty sure it's just armor, which is not a bad thing. I mean, max armor's max armor. Not that we exactly need it, but you never know. Getting the max armor now is definitely still beneficial because that just means shouldn't be the next upgrade you get. We're just getting that much closer to a free perk, right? That's our hope. Okay, our trap finally reset. It was a little bit more of a risk having them all get eliminated by the trap because we know eventually we're going to get a disciple round, and we do not want to be caught in a bad spot when that actually happens, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is because of the trap situation, I'm just going to end up trying to eliminate some of these guys. I want to see what this round looks like. We know the trap strategy, right? You just try to kill all of them with the trap. If you get a couple to stay alive, you can withstand that time. You can run around the entire time, obviously, just like I did for this round, and end up recharging it that way, but a little bit more of a risk because if the disciple spawns in, things get pretty scary. My #1 priority this entire time, and yours should be as well, is making sure those parasites go down quickly. Because those things transform into doppelgas, you're going to have a whole nother level of problems to deal with, I think. All right, we should be able to get those guys out of our way. That was a little bit risky there, letting them get that close. One of the many reasons I love this gun. Like, obviously, it's not as strong as it needs to be be really, really effective, but it's still insanely effective just because of the Dragon's Breath and the fact that I can spam the whole group of zombies. They catch on fire, they take tick damage over time. That tick damage ends up eliminating them pretty fast. Now, obviously, we could take out the trap and make that situation make things a lot easier, but I kind of want to save it because I feel like this next round's going to have our disciples, and I'm trying my best to hold on to our chopper gunner until we see something else fall down on the ground. Please let that be a free perk. It's not going to be. All right, we should have given ourselves enough free space. We're good. Oh, it was a max full power, which is actually good. Hold on some more shrouds. Now, something I didn't consider putting on for this, but you could probably use that equipment augment for elemental pop and have elemental pop activate your ammo mods with your combat axes, because your combat axes are basically infinite. Obviously, if you got Vulture Aid, you could work with the other ones, but being the fact that these things continuously drop, you can recollect them and all that, that could be a really big play for some of these, first room challenges. Okay, we got a parasite. Did I kill it? I think I killed it. It's all that matters. All I care about is that the parasite died. Doesn't look like we got a disciple round, so maybe I will use the trap for this round and hope that they all don't die. I kind of feel like I could actually attempt a run on this map. Maybe we'll do it after we complete this and I share the strategy with you guys, but I almost feel like I could do an attempt on this map with the Rampage Inducer on, doing this exact same strategy, and it would be a lot faster than what we're currently doing. But the whole point here is to prioritize survival. Okay, we have a few zombies left. Can I keep them from dying? There we go. We have 2 zombies. This is perfect. Okay, our zombies are ready to go down. I'm manifesting the next free perk is going to be Jug. I just really hope that that's the case, because if that ends up being the case, we'll be in a really good spot. I'm going to be honest. Well, definitely not the fastest way to deal with the toxic zombies, but it's working pretty well. I'm using these combat axes because they're a little bit better than my gun now, and I don't want to get anywhere near these guys because they almost got me the last time they existed. And we probably have to deal with them 2 more times before the end of this journey. Okay, here we are. This might be our first double disciple round. This could be a very interesting time. We're going to do our best here. We're going to try our best. We're going to make our way around here. We're going to activate our trap. We're going to not go in the trap ourselves, and we're going to go over here. And then I'm going to make sure that guy dies. I'm going to stand here. I don't know if dude's in the trap over there, though. Kind of a problem. Needs to make his way in. Yo, can you not do your ability? And yeah, there you go. Stand inside it. Are you in it? Yeah, now you are for sure. That's what we're talking about. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to kill him, though. This is kind of scary. This is kind of scary. He's just not taking that much damage while he's summoning. This summoning circle's a little too strong. Oh, it wore out. That's bad. Okay, there's some good news and some bad news. Good news. I threw a couple combat axes at him, and it actually does enough damage to make it somewhat viable. Bad news, threw some of them out of the map. So, yeah. Not going to be able to retrieve them all. Okay, that one I can't get either. I have 0 now, but I did kill it. I guess that matters. Okay, well, we made it through another round. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't get to them. They're all on the outside of the map. All of my combat axes went out of the map. It was all for a good cause. I'm hoping that we end up picking up some more. I do have 1, so we're not completely in bad spot now, but not the greatest place we could be in. Round 31, though. At least we know we're going to get a break from the Disciples for a short time. We'll at least have 1 more Disciple round, possibly 2. I'm hoping our last round's not Disciples, but if we play our cards right, which we've done a really good job so far, holding on to this chopper gunner, I can just probably utilize that to finish that last round alongside the trap. Okay, gotta walk through my trap time. Stand over here. We should be fine. Everybody should just get smoked. Maybe toward the end of it, somebody will stay alive, or that's my hope, because we can then regenerate the trap and move on to the next round. This is a little bit more of a, I would say, an easier strategy than I would have anticipated. Like, Liberty, the trap does work to some degree, but with the Abomination and the Manglers, they're just so much more of an obstacle, even with the trap out. Well, I haven't decided if it's good news or bad news, but all the zombies were eliminated. Every single one of them. So the trap is not available yet. And we are now getting a new spawn of zombies, so we're going to have to be careful. Slam into you. Slam through there. I do need to get this parasite out of here quickly. Oh, why did that not do anything? The game is a troll sometimes. You should never PhD slide into something and it not do anything. Oh, he's going to transform. All right, our trap just became available after I ran past it, but we should be good. I think I ended up killing that parasite that was about to transform, so no doppel. No doppel there. Let me make my way back around, hit this beautiful trap, and then we can just go to our spot. Oh, zombie just almost cut me off. That was a little scary. Now we should just be able to hang out here again. We only have to make it through 8 more rounds. Yeah, if you kind of sense when the end of the trap is coming, you can walk away from it and kind of guide a zombie or the last couple zombies away, and then you end up with 2 left over like I just did here. Worked flawlessly. I'm actually impressed. The coolest thing about this strategy is I obviously used a weapon for a good portion, right? But I think you could actually just build up enough points to hit the trap and hit the wonder, or not hit the wonder, hit the box for a weapon. You get a wonder weapon, that's great. Use your crate power. Later on down the line, get yourself an epic or legendary. That'll just help you get through the Disciple a little bit faster. But you might be able to do this with like almost no utility at all. Like following this strat that I'm doing right now is working way better than I would have anticipated. And I didn't even have this exact thing in mind going into the challenge. Just utilize the trap, stand in the area, hopefully save a couple zombies, let the trap cool down, repeat. All right, I think one of my dudes actually just transformed. Either it looked like it was transforming or it did. So I think we have a doppel somewhere. If not, I'm going to parasite these guys out of my game. It's also nice to have a somewhat decent weapon for the parasites because they just stand above the trap. So they don't really take a lot of damage from it. Well, that's an insta-kill. Let's wait till the end just in case. Everybody's going down. Take the parasite out. I guess I could try to leave a parasite alive. I'm just too afraid of it transforming for me to allow that. All right, we should be getting close to the end of the trap, maybe. And that's the end of the trap, just like that. End up saving a couple. I think the only real hurdle you'll have at this point trying to execute this exact strategy is the fact that if you don't have PhD, it might get a little crazy trying to fit through some of these spaces. But other than that, shouldn't be too bad. Go ahead and hit the trap again. Here we go. Hopefully you guys are loving this strategy. I was just like not anticipating it to go this smoothly, but here we are. I thought it would be a little bit more of a struggle with the Disciple situation. Dude, these parasites though, numbers are growing. Need you out of here, bro. Do we not? I need to go get some ammo. Need to go get some ammo. Need to go get some ammo. Oh, he just became a doppel. Oh, and our freaking thing just ran out. That's actually bad. All right, the only way I want to deal with these guys is with the same thing, the traps. So we're going to try to bait them in, bait them in, bait them in. Oh, God, that hurt. Ow, what the hell? That's not working as well as I wanted it to. Why are these guys so fast, and why is the trap not killing them? I mean, it is, but it's not. Come on. Yeah, now he's standing in it. There we go. Oh, God. Get out of my way. These guys are a pain in my butt. Gotta get this parasite out of here. It's sad, because this could have all been avoided if I hadn't run out of ammo in my ASG, but I wasn't paying attention to the ammo situation. So we're gonna use our one singular combat axe to try to take these guys out one by one. The trap was not good for the doppels, so you're gonna want to avoid those guys. Oh look, we got a death machine on the ground though, so that's kind of nice. Go ahead and kill this guy here. Thank you, sir. Pick up my combat axe, and now we can move on to the next round. All right, getting a round 35 toxic round has me kind of convinced that we're going to get one on round 40, which could be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and use this for these guys this time, though. We can keep one alive toward the end. That'd be great, but I'm not going to count on it. I could probably try to manipulate it. I don't know how we're going to know when we're toward the end of them, though. It might also die out before the last one dies. We'll see. Oh, nope, never mind. I lied. It already died. All right, I'm going to throw a Casimir into the trap with the doppels. Pull everybody in. All right, they died. They died. We're good. Our disciple hasn't died yet. We have a second disciple. One's down. I might have to pull this chopper gunner out. I mean, that's why we got it. And second one. Why is he not dead? I think he died. Holy crap, that was insanely scary. That was actually insanely scary. Oh, we do have a self-revive on the ground, but we do not want to go down. Okay, our trap reset. We can only hope that's the last disciple round that we're going to have to deal with. If not, I do still have the chopper gunner. I'm like being real stubborn about holding on to it because I just feel like there's going to be a moment where I'm going to regret having not saved it for, right? Like we do have this guy here, but we shouldn't need it. And obviously that dropped out of one of the disciples, I'm pretty sure. All right, the game trolled me big time right there. I actually was killing the parasites and it still transformed. So I don't know what the deal is there. Get out of my way. No, don't want to take damage. I might have to run around until I might have to call this chopper in now. I don't want to use these I don't want to deal with these guys. And I don't have enough freaking combat axes right now to deal with it. So I might honestly try to do that. I don't want to put myself at risk here. We don't have our field upgrade. We kind of in a weird spot. You know what I might do? I'm just going to go ahead and pop the wall power. And I might actually just grab this off the wall. Boom. Sally in fourth. Gives me these pack-a-punched. Whoa, stay away. Should be able to at least damage them a little bit. That's actually kind of nice. I mean, I was planning on doing this anyway, right? So we'll just do that for these guys, hopefully. Yeah, this is going to take some time, but at least we can keep our distance. That was a unfortunate set of circumstances. What is that? What is going on with that guy? I'm like shooting directly at him is going through him. Some people were saying that these are related to a blueprint. I don't think I have a blueprint on, so I'm pretty sure it's just bugged altogether. Like mine just never... Why is my guy not reloading my gun? Mine just never have visuals. Wait, is that another disciple or doppel that's brand new? I'm gonna pop this. We're gonna go through this too. Oh, didn't even activate it. Something's going on with my button here. All right, between the trap and my GS45s, I was able to take out everybody, but I figured we need to save one thing to get the trap reactivated. So why not just wait with the old doppel that we have left over here to flip the round? Man, that got chaotic pretty quickly. I don't know why the parasite felt the need to transform so quick. They definitely need to modify that. Like if they're gonna have them transform, it should be consistent, right? Like if I'm blasting the parasites off the beginning of the round, one of them shouldn't still transform. All right, say goodbye to the doppel. See you later, pal. It was nice knowing you. Not really. I'm gonna try something slightly different this time. We're gonna activate it now. Whoa, make it through. Hopefully activating it slightly early will have less transforming. That's my hope. Not even a guarantee, right? Starting it off the rip. I mean, everything's walking into it. Parasite should be dead. Everybody should be dying. Yep, parasite dead again. A little bit better for the parasites, too. I mean, hopefully one guy gets left over. It'll be really rough if that's not the case. Maybe I can make one happen. There we go. We did it. It worked. My plan worked. All right, same thing. Starting this thing off the rip. Getting to my spot as fast as possible. Planning to take out the parasites as quickly as possible. Hey, you need to die instantly there, pal. Thank you. Is there another one? Any other parasites? I don't see any. I don't hear any. At least I hope I don't hear any. This is everything we need everything to go smoothly here. Oh, there's one right there. You need to go. Thank you. We are in the perfect spot. We might want to make it last. Can we get one more zombie? Where's our last guy? Might want to save a zombie. I saved one. I saved two. All right, we executed perfectly again. Yeah, these GS45s, I would definitely recommend just getting them purple. I was going to wait, obviously, until they got legendary, but I'm glad I didn't because, look, it still didn't happen. I mean, there's always a chance it happens for you sooner. If you want to use a hidden power or whatever to get legendary on it, you could do that as well. But as soon as you see them purple, I would say just get them for the sake of crowd control against the parasites. You're just doing your best to avoid them actually transforming into the doppels. It's the moment of truth. We finish off our round 39 zombies. Will we have a toxic zombie round for round 40? I swear that would just be the icing on the cake here. Please be a toxic zombie round. Please show us toxic. You can do it. You can do it. I don't want it to be disciples. It's not a toxic zombie round. I repeat, it's not a toxic zombie round. And it has disciples. Oh my god. No, we lost quick freaking revive. Why am I running so slow? All right, we're going over here. All right, this is bad, but I'm going to go ahead and call in the chopper gunner. Traps plus chopper gunner. We're going full send here. Hopefully this works out, or it's going to be very bad. I don't know where the dude is. I think that's him right there. Yep, I saw the thing go off. Everybody else is leaving. Come on, kill as many of them as possible. Is that everyone? Did we do it? The trap cooled down. I see nothing on my screen. Let's go! We got to 41. We did it. We got a random perk. It wasn't Jug. We ended up losing quick revive at the very last moment before we hit the trap, but it was all worth it. And now there's the toxic zombie round. What the hell? I'm so glad I saved that chopper gunner. What an absolute W. We freaking did it. Now we can go and dive into these guys and get ourselves eliminated. We survived the 40-round challenge of the starting room. Again, I said this in my last video. If you guys want to see me actually do some attempts, I'm thinking about doing some this weekend over on twitch.tv/Errl Shatter, where we'll actually go well beyond the 40 rounds. It's a little bit difficult when it comes to editing videos to just continue living longer and longer and longer and having a multi-hour VOD to go through to try to make something into like 30-40 minutes. So that's going to wrap things up for us here. Hopefully this will actually help you guys survive the 40 rounds as well. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!